Good morning, Maya Hardback. Here's the plan. Last adjustments before they pour the second floor slab. That means a few more bits of adjustments to the bracing underneath. It means there is some more adjustment to be done for the aircon units. There's a little bit more to be done with the columns, or the rebar for the columns upstairs before they pour. They're going to keep going with the columns on the exterior of the house and just checking everything ready for tomorrow. What could possibly go wrong? Down here, if you can hear me over the noise, last adjustments to the braces. There's a couple more I think still to go in, but basically it's just adjusting what's in there already. Not a lot more to be done here, but just making sure everything's ready to support that weight when it comes tomorrow. So they've made a start yesterday with the columns all the way around the outside of the house. The rebar's going in, take it up to the roof level. So they've made a start on this one and all down this side. But there are clearly more to do because, sorry, take your dizzy pills, this one is only just started, and around the house there's quite a few that are not done yet. So they want to get these outside wall ones all up to height today, I believe. This is what we like to see, gentle adjustment, or smash it with a hammer to get things as they want it to be. But here's where they're adding additional rebar for this column right now and making sure that's all in the right place. And Erwin is the bloke with a hammer. So on this side, clearly that corner one, not yet done. They have got quite a bit of these ones done, although the stirrups not all yet in place. And more to be done on that one in the corner. The other thing they're doing today is making sure that we have the drainage in place for all of the upstairs aircon units. So we've made a small adjustment this morning to one of those aircon positions. This side of the house actually is where the plan is all of the exterior units will go for all of the aircon in the house, and probably they will all go down at ground level, although that's not confirmed yet. Some may be up at this level, but on this side of the house is where basically they won't be seen. My back is right up against the wall. This side of the house isn't going to get a lot of foot traffic, and so it keeps the external units out of sight as much as possible. One of my challenges for tomorrow is how am I going to film it all? It's obviously a lot more complicated than when they did the ground floor slab. What we think we might try and do is once again get a time lapse, but that's going to be quite tricky. And if we do it, we're likely to try and film it from this corner, as this will be the last area to be poured, I'm told. So we might try and somehow get a camera up there if we feel it's secure enough, and then move it when they get towards the end. But we'll have to wait and see how that works out. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that. And here on the south wall, they are continuing. They're putting the tie beam back in place, but I think that might come to an end in a minute. We've asked the engineer again this morning to talk to the builder about the height of this area of wall. This is probably the lowest that we have, just given the grade of the land. And I think we're going to be looking to get this taken up further. Even though they've added another 2 levels up to this point, of concrete hollow block. I don't think that's enough. So it may be that this gets temporarily stopped where they're putting the tie beam back in. We'll see. And here, back at the engine room, if you can see it in all the shade, this is probably the least number of people I've seen here for quite some time. Although, plus O'Donnell here, we also still have guys working on cutting rebar, cutting pipe, tube, steel tube, and man, he's, I don't know, screwing his foot to the chair. Possibly not. And back at the front wall. First time we've had any activity here for a little while. They are removing the last of the forms for that top beam. My babak! So, after quite a long delay, those are coming off, which means that effectively the structure of this part of the wall is done. Apart from the last three sections over there, where we have yet to have the top beam poured into place. And then beyond where the gate will be, still more work to be done there, but they are starting, as you might be able to see a long way away, to put forms on for the top beam just there, where we definitely are fully up to the height that we should be. So here we are up closer with music going away there. I don't know whether this will be allowed, but they are starting to put the form in place for the tie beam in this corner. So we'll see whether they continue along this way or if they turn the corner and come round to the remaining sections on the front wall. We'll watch that later. My babak! Here comes a very important man, our builder. Morning! Right, it's 3 o'clock and this is probably the last time, no, this is definitely the last time I'm going to get a chance to come up here before they pour, if the pour goes ahead tomorrow. And there have been 6 or 7 guys up here all day, and there's still work to be done. You can see, maybe you can make out over there, we still don't have all the spaces in. In fact, there's quite a lot of areas where we don't have the spaces in yet. There's a big bucket full of them over there waiting to go in. I hope most other things are done. We still don't have a final confirmation that the ready mix trucks are coming in tomorrow. As of 10 o'clock this morning, that was not confirmed, and I've not seen the builder since then, so I don't know for sure. But hopefully this is all done, or as done as it needs to be by the end of tonight, and hopefully those ready mix trucks are confirmed. So tomorrow, if it goes to plan, concrete will go in. Just looking around, I can't see any other obvious signs of things that need to be done. But as I said, given that there were 6 or 7 guys still up here just before the break started, I'm not sure if it is just to do the spaces or if it's other things still going on. They are still working on the columns on the external walls, so they've made some more progress over there. These ones may be done, and on this side they look like they're at least all in place. Whether they're ready or not is another question. They obviously don't need to be completely ready as long as the base is all in place. And it looks like, in fact, over in that corner there may still be a couple more to do, although I can't remember from the plans whether there is anything above that roof. It may be that is simply a roof area. I think it is just a roof area, so those columns don't need to go any higher, or not significantly higher anyway. So that's it. We're all on tenterhooks now to find out whether it goes ahead tomorrow. And I've had enough of being up here, so I'm heading down again. Inside, downstairs, there were again a few guys still doing bits and pieces in here. So you obviously can't see a difference anymore, it's impossible, but still little bits going on. Hopefully again they're at a point where all the supports that they need are in place now. Back here on the south wall, just looking at it again, whatever tie beam was in place just here has been removed. This wall does need to go higher, so I'm sure that will get some more work in the days ahead. This is going to be a bit shorter than some of the other videos. We have to head out, so this is a last look really before hopefully concrete gets poured. We have had a visit today, a visit from a second possible solar supplier, which we haven't covered on camera, but as the process of selecting one and as the process of selecting an aircon supplier gets a bit further developed, we will talk about that quite a lot more, because I'm sure that might be of interest to some. But we leave it today on tenterhooks. Will there be a pour tomorrow or not? Come back and find out.